KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Ali Adder, one of the captains on the women's Dartmouth rugby team. Big win against Mount St. Mary's.
Mount St. Mary's came and they brought us good competition like a bunch of the other teams. I think what went really well for us is we set the tone really early and showed them, how we play and the craft that we're continuously working on, and working the ball out to the best space possible, whether that's out wide or behind or through the gaps in the middle. That was working well for us. And I think what really set the tone for this game was our game changers, our reserve players. They came in and they kept that level up. They kept that level of intensity up, and we were able to come out with a win and a shutout. So that was great.
That was one of the games that you really had circled on your calendar, only because the big contingent of Guam players. After the game, what was that like, just seeing all the friends and families come together?
So the union started way even before the game. Before the game started, I immediately went up and looked for them, and we were, hugging and saying our highs. It continued on the field. Every game we played, we just, kind of gave each other a little dab. And afterwards, the union was really, the reuniting of all their families and friends was really nice. It was a little taste of home, and I think it was a special feeling, and it was a special game for both sides. So, yeah.
And who do you guys have next? And talk about just the remainder of the schedule for this year's season.
Yeah, so for our regular season, we have Harvard and Brown coming up next. So those are the two Ivy openers, or the two Ivy games. It's definitely going to be a challenge. We are not letting up. We got to keep pushing and keep the tone that we set in the beginning. Harvard is definitely going to be a competition. We just got to keep working on our craft and keep doing what we're set out to do.
7 Guamanians represented the island at the 2021 Obstacle Course Race World Champions held at Stratton Mountain in Vermont. Team Guam represented very well and stood out during each start of the race divisions, as the MC dubbed them the team to travel the furthest. The finish line MC also remembered Guam from all of the other years, this being the 4th, and pointed out how amazing it was that Guam was back despite the challenges. Competitors from all over the world, from the biggest of nations to the smallest like Guam, were present. This year, however, some athletes were not able to travel to the U.S. due to their country's travel restrictions, but the turnout was not bad and spirits were high. This year's 7 athletes were Michael Kittigwa, 3-kilometer championships, 100-meter sprint, and team relay. Sharon Hawley, 3-kilometer age group, 15-kilometer age group, and team relay. Tiela Rowland, 3K, 15K, and team relay. James Sardea, 15-kilometer age group. Tim Wendon, 15K and 5K charity. Tom Akagami, 3K, 5K charity. And Jeff Rios also competing in the 3K age group and 5-kilometer charity. Big shout out to Maurice Jones from Jones Media for the video and some pictures. The Obstacle Course World Championships consisted of 3 days, all of which were different from cold and wet to dry and sunny. For more info and pictures, check out Trench Challenge on Instagram and Facebook, or visit the Trench Challenge website at trenchevents.com.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.